Hello, Driver Radio fans. Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera. And this is the long review of the all-new redesigned 2016 Honda Pilot. Some of you probably looked at this and said, oh, what is that? Some of you all probably said, wow, this is the new Pilot. And it really is. We were fortunate enough to get in this for the past week. It's been an absolute blast. This is completely redesigned for 2016. They've redesigned the styling. It's, no offense, Honda, it's no longer a box moving down the road. It's actually got some figure to it. It's got some curves. Looks really, really good. Has a lot of great features on it. They've redesigned the interior to make it more modern, more quiet in essence. They've given the outside a more sporty look. So overall, really impressed with this car. I'll tell you what, actually, let's take a quick walk around and I'll go over some of the features as they stand. So we come to the front of it. Again, you can see the new redesigned body style that they've done. This car looks bigger, feels bigger, isn't necessarily that much larger, but really is. I wish we were in kind of at night so you could see the LED headlights which they've put on here. I should say, and I will point out real quick, two things. This is the Elite model, all-wheel drive, and this also has a green tint to it. So some of you are going to say, well, this looks black. It does, but it actually has a green tint to it. They have a lot of other colors, but again, they almost have this pearly, sparkly, metallic feature, and to me, it looks really, really cool. Really love these features. So again, as we go along the side, again, they've added these lights here along the edge of the vehicle. This is a large crossover, I guess SUV you can say, but they call it a large crossover. It's got a third row in the back as necessary. Again, the Pilot, we mentioned the Elite all-wheel drive function right here. Really is a nice feature about this vehicle. Love everything about it. What they've done here does have an automatic hatch, which we'll show you here in a second. Real quick, I'm going to tell you what the Elite actually has on this. So the Elite gives you 20-inch wheels, LED headlights, auto headlights, blind spot monitoring with cross-traffic alerts, automatic wipers, a panoramic sunroof, heated and ventilated front seats, heated captain's chairs for the second row, heated steering wheel, and HD radio. And real quick, there are 4 other trim levels outside of the Elite. That's the LX, the EX, the EXL, and the Touring. And for those of you that always ask, the Honda Pilot, so if you were to get the EX base level trim, starts out at $29,999, so basically $30,000. And this Elite model, which is their top of the line, has everything on it that you can imagine, about $47,000 and some change, and that includes the destination fee. So if you're not worried about the destination fee, it's about $46,000, mid 46 and some change. So with that, actually, let's take a quick drive. We'll come on back. I'll show you the interior where this car really sets itself apart. I should say this large crossover sets itself apart from the competition, and then we'll finish up and I'll give you my opinion of the 2016 Honda Pilot. All right, fans, we're here for the driving portion. Before we get started real quick, I'm going to show you some of the infotainment features and some of the other features it's harder to do during the walk around, which here in a second. One thing I will point out, it does have the nice kid mirror right here that you will find in some of the minivans and some of the other vehicles out there. Very nice, handy feature. My wife actually commented on it, how she really liked that. Right here is the new 8-inch screen, the Honda Link system, which really shows its full functionality in the map. So you have the ability to go choose any of the different sources that you want: FM, AM, USB, auxiliary, rear video, rear HDMI, Pandora, Sirius XM, all of that's at your fingertips if necessary. If you go to the map, though, one thing that's really nice is if you've ever used an iPad or an iPhone or any sort of touch device, all you have to do here, just pinch, go back, out, whatever you want to do. It's all touch screen based, and it's designed to be very, very simple and elegant to use. You'll notice it's hard to see, but the volume, the home screen, the menu. If you want to learn more about this, I'd encourage you go out and test it on Honda. It's hard to explain here. One thing I will say, which I'll mention later in the review as well, like to see a physical volume and tune knob. But part of the reason Honda hasn't done that is they want to keep your eyes on the road, which they do a lot of the controls from the steering wheel. And I'm not sure if you can see, Dad, but you have your adaptive cruise control setting right here, your lane keep assist, your all your different safety settings right here, the ability to answer your phone calls right here. You have your lane departure warning as well over here, and your parking sensors. One thing I will point out, which it's hard to see, is instead of your blind spot monitoring being on the mirrors, it's actually inside, which again makes it a little bit safer. So with that, let's take our quick drive. As you can see here, there's actually 3 different views that you can choose from. the grid, we call it the dynamic grid lines, you could say. It actually does move when you do back up the car and when you turn the steering wheel. So again, very, very nice, handy features. Let's put it in drive, take a quick drive. One thing I will comment on here as far as fuel economy, we have been able to average 24 miles per gallon. I should say myself, my dad's actually been able to average 25, 26. In fact, this vehicle is actually rated here, before we get going, rated for 19 and 26 in the all-wheel drive model with the 9-speed transmission, which is what this has on it. The Touring and the Elite give you that 9-speed transmission option, whereas the 3 lower level trims give you a 6-speed option. I can tell you the 9-speed works tremendously well. As we are driving here, it's kind of hard to show you, but one thing I will say, which even with these nice 20-inch wheels that Honda has put on this Elite model, it's a very quiet vehicle to operate in. It's very luxurious in that sense of the word. Very smooth to drive. Some people say, "Well, you just went over some big bumps." Those bumps are much more than what you're going to ever see on an actual average road driving down the road. So Honda, you've done an excellent job there. I've heard some people complain, even some fellow journalists and some other reviewers online, saying, "Oh, this does not have a sporty enough feel." Well, in our opinion, I don't know if that matters. I don't know if what you would define as sporty for a large crossover. This is a family vehicle. It's meant to be safe. With the safety features, this car will literally drive itself. You can put it, not that we recommend that, but you can literally put it between the lines. Once it senses the lines, you can take your hands off the wheel, set the cruise control, and it will make the subtle adjustments and keep it in between the, I guess how you say, the navigational beacons is what this will do. So very, very handy features. Again, this car is about safety, is about family, and about functionality. I'm not sure sporty comes to mind when I'm thinking of those things, but if that's really what you're going to be concerned about, then you might have to get out and test drive this car a little bit more than maybe someone else would. But overall, really impressed with this car. Let's actually head back, go through the trunk portion, and we'll come back and go through the interior a little bit more in depth, and then we'll wrap up with our opinion of the 2016 Honda Pilot. All right, fans, we're back from our driving portion. As we always encourage you to do, get out, drive these vehicles yourselves. One thing I will point out on this vehicle is really get your family in it. This is a family car. Take your family to the dealership with you, put them in the vehicle and see if they fit, see if they like it, how it feels. It really is something that you need to keep in mind. So we're here for the trunk portion, you could say. Doesn't have any hands-free motion. I know some car manufacturers have the foot where you can drag your foot there. Some of them have it where you can just step up with the key fob. Honda doesn't, Acura doesn't. I really wish, Honda, that you would add something. It's not a deal breaker for me, but something I would really like for you to add. So you can either hit the button right here and it will go up automatically, or I'm going to use the key fob. You just hold the button down, you can hear it beeps at you and opens up, so it really, really is a nice feature. So as you can see, we do have our third row. Actually, I'm going to kind of cross over here for lighting purposes. Third row here, there is ample space right here in order to put as much cargo in as you want to. Something else, which is a nice feature on here, is there's actually storage underneath here. So where it's kind of not a minivan where they've actually dropped the storage down, they've put it to where you can actually put some stuff down here, maybe even some full-time, maybe you want to have a first aid kit or supplies, whatever it is, you could put that right here. Set this down, and again, you have this full level right here. You also have these two nice little side pockets available. One thing I will point out, how easy it is to put this third row down. All you do, pull up, set down. Just that simple. It really is easy, very easy to maneuver. With this third row down, I'm going to make sure I get this right. It has a maximum capacity of 83.9 cubic feet of cargo room. So really easy, really handy. I'm going to show you again. Pull this down, the headrest goes down, push it forward, it goes all the way down. If you want to put it up, all you got to do is pull, let it be, up, and you're back to normal. So really a very nice, handy feature. Like what they've done on the gate, very nice, high clearance, easy access point right here. You have the ability to pull it down or automatically close it, which we'll do right there. And so with that, actually, let's head around here to the second row seating. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the captain's chairs. So we hop in right here. It does have kind of a, well, it's got this pockets right here. It's got the, I guess, headsets, the wireless headsets for the entertainment system, which we'll show you in a second.
plenty of room back here. This is about as far back as you can go. It's actually had my good friend Walt, 6'4", 6'5". He's not quite all the way back, but nearly all the way back, and I've still got 2-3 inches of room here. I'm about 5'10". Real quick, I'm going to point out the sides, some nice soft touch that they've done right here, right here. There is some plastic along the edges right here and right here. You got a very nice handy sunshade for the kids. My wife actually commented about that, about how nice of a feature that was for her. You've got 2 cup holders right here. So again, for kids, you've got sippy cups, a normal size cup, whatever you want to do. You do have vents right here. Again, 2 vents there. Heated captain's chairs, as we mentioned. The ability to control the back air. Down here, you have all of your media ports that you need. You have the ability to plug in a DVD player, a video game system, to plug in headsets, as well as your video right there. And here is the nice navigation, I should say, the nice rear entertainment system. This pops down so someone can access the controls for it. You can also control it from up front as far as a Blu-ray player goes, which, by the way, this is a Blu-ray player. And one thing you saw there, which is our nice panoramic sunroof up here. Really a great feature, really opens up the cabin air. And with that, Dad, if you can go here, I'm going to kind of switch around here. So there's 2 more cup holders right here in the middle, and you'll notice right here, some of you are gonna say, what is this for? And actually, this is very hard and very solid for the exact purpose of someone stepping back, kids or whatever, and actually stepping through to the back seat, which is a great feature. You're not going to worry about denting it or pushing it back. So actually, Dad, I'm going to climb back here real quick. So I'm going to climb back, and I'm sitting back here. And again, I don't have a ton of room here, but I still have got 1 or 2 inches here for this captain's chairs. And again, 3rd row seat, plenty comfortable. I've got 3 cup holders on both sides back here. And my wife actually made the comment, there's actually more cup holders in this car than there are seats. So for those of you that like your drinks, you're more than capable right here. One thing I will point out here really quick as I get out is a special feature that Honda has actually given to the Pilot, and that is right down here, which is, I like to call it the 1-button seat operation. It takes a lot of the strength out of it. All you do is you push it down and it moves everything forward. You don't have to worry about a thing. I know in a lot of them you have to lift a lever, pull it forward. Nope. You've got this nice little, so in case you don't want to have someone step in the middle, you can have someone do it right here. And there's one right here, so if you're in the back seat having to get forward, you're not having to reach all the way forward and trying to hit this button. You're able to hit this back one as well. So it's a really very nice feature for moms, dads out there. You got a lot of kids climbing in and out of the back seat. Instead of you having to do that, just 1 button really makes your life a lot easier. So with that, let's head to the front seat and we'll go through the cockpit controls of the 2016 Honda Pilot. All right, everyone, we're here for the front seat. Gonna go over some of the major features. As we always start with the door, kind of out to the side there. A lot of storage capacity, storage capabilities. You've got a large cup holder, a small cup holder, a spot for miscellaneous files or different things that you may need to store there. Again, very similar soft touch features to the back. They've done a lot of that here. This isn't soft touch right here. This is kind of again, nothing's fancy, no chrome, no wood grain, nothing here. This is kind of a soft touch leather type of a feel to it. It's not as soft as the door, but very nice feature there. You have your storage here in your glove box, heated and ventilated front seats right here. I'm going to point this middle console out, the center console. So this right here, this is what it looks like closed. You pull it back, it actually has enough room to fit a medium to large size women's purse. Very easy, very handy. My wife is actually, she actually was commenting how when she would get in, she didn't have to throw her purse in the back. She can just set her purse right here. Makes it very easy for her to do. 2 cup holders right here. Here is the gear selector, something that Honda has done, which is very nice to use. It doesn't take a whole lot of getting used to. It's actually very intuitive to use. You have your 2 USB ports, your power outlet right here. I mentioned the Blu-ray. This is a nice new 8-inch screen that comes on most of the Honda Pilot models. You also have your dual climate controls right here, which I love the fact that these are physical controls for that. One thing I would like to see for the infotainment system is a physical tuning knob as well as a physical volume knob. It's just a touch screen, which we showed you during the driving portion. A lot of your controls on the steering wheel here, which again is very nice features for us, very handy. Very intuitive, very easy to use. Again, the sunroof up above us right now. very subtle features, and Honda has done a great job of making this Pilot much more modern and a lot more, I guess, quiet and family centric, you could say, definitely. So with that, I'm going to hop out and give you my opinion of the 2016 Honda Pilot. All right, everyone, here's our opinion of the 2016 Honda Pilot. This is the elite trim level. Our initial opinion, awesome. Absolutely love this car. We've gotten several requests for people saying, have you driven the new Pilot yet? And the answer is yes, and we absolutely loved it. My wife actually climbed in this car with her family. We actually went to the pumpkin patch here, and their first comments were, wow, this is a Honda? So Honda, I don't know if you're going to take that good or bad. I take that as good because they were thoroughly impressed with the inside. My wife and I, again, are looking to have kids here in the near future, and we've looked at this several other cars and looked at this car, and she actually likes this car because it has the usefulness of a minivan as far as the utility and everything that provides it, but it doesn't have the minivan stigma, you could say. It doesn't have that look to it. She liked how it was an SUV. It was large. She felt safe with all of the security and safety features that are on it. She loved the captain's chairs in the back for the kids. She loved the amenities, the comfort amenities, you could say, how luxury it was on the inside. It's very quiet. It rides very smooth. The kids are in the back. It actually has a kids mirror, which we showed you in the driving portion of it, that you can see everyone going on in the back. A very, very functional vehicle. And Honda, in our opinion, you've really redone the styling in a tremendous way to help this car, and I should say this large crossover, to really compete with its competitors. A very competitive market. Honda, you've really done your part. The only cons in our mind, maybe a little bit more power for our altitude. It lacks a little bit when you're trying to pass someone. Is that a huge feature that would prevent me from buying it? Probably not. You're going to have to be the judge, but that's my only real stigma. Other than that, really love this car, fell in love with it. If you want to learn more about this car, head to Honda's website and also head to your local Honda dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to our latest video. We really appreciate you listening and watching, and we really do appreciate all the comments that you do have. If you'd like to learn more information not only about this review but our other car reviews that we've done, head to our website, www.drive-radio.com. Also head to our Facebook page, facebook.com/driveradio. And last but not least, where you can watch all of these other reviews, head to youtube.com/driveradio. All one word, or in the YouTube search bar, Drive Radio. We have a lot of other content on there, and we look forward to you heading there. Again, checking us out, leaving your comments, and if you're interested in any of these cars, head to your local dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Thanks, and have a great day, night, and just enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much.